Hello my friend and welcome back. My name is Hana and I have a lot to talk about today. So if you're curious about what's on my face, what I mentioned in today's video, what I'm doing in other pockets of the internet, I always have links in the description box down below. But I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer that some of the topics that I'm going to be talking about today is not to stir the pot, or I don't know, like it's not coming from a mean, dark place in my heart. It's just things that I'm noticing and realizing. But before I get into that, let's talk about my look. So that's kind of what inspired me to make this video. I was filming a how to do this look. I plan on doing a casual cosplay. I'm going too fast. I've been watching the new Cyberpunk Edge Runner series, and if you're new to my channel, I'm like Cyberpunk's one fan, I guess. I don't know. I've been playing it every day since like 2020. I have multiple games. I'm starting a new game as we speak. And I'm trying to film this so I can go back to playing that. I really love Cyberpunk. So I'm really excited that people are loving the anime so much, and that so many people are loving Lucy. She's one of the main characters in the series. And that's kind of what I was trying to capture today. I'm wearing green pants, and I know I'm wearing a pink cardigan, but I'm wearing green pants, and that's why I chose green. A lot of her makeup, or her makeup specifically, is orange, and I guess I could have just done orange because you can't see my pants anyway, but long story short, I wanted to do a casual cosplay for her because I think her makeup is really fun, but I also do just want to do a cosplay for her. And I don't know, as I was filming this get ready with me or tutorial kind of video, I had to stop because I got not bored, but something else kind of took over that I'm I would rather talk about this than make this video. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, I used to post 5 days a week, and then I was very inconsistent. I'm still kind of inconsistent, but I'm at least posting once a week, give or take. But there was a while where I wasn't posting for a long time, or I think earlier on in my channel I was only posting once or twice a week kind of thing. And I have this thing about I'm very much a perfectionist, and I know once you put something on the internet, it's on the internet forever. And I would rather have something be saved that's cringy, but I'm no, I put my heart into this, versus something that's cringy and I can just tell that I didn't really care about it. I was just doing it to go through the motions. And I have a lot of thoughts and opinions about the makeup community or beauty on YouTube in general. And disclaimer, I don't know, I think I may have mentioned this just a few minutes ago, but if I forgot, if you are someone that enjoys the kind of content that I'm going to be talking about, or you make the kind of content I'm going to be talking about, this isn't a dig at you. Enjoy the content that you enjoy, whether you make it, watch it, whatever. It's not that it's bad content, it's just I'm starting to notice something, and I don't know if it's me, if this is how the beauty community has always been on YouTube, or if me just personally, I'm starting to kind of grow out of some things. So let's talk about it. Let's start first with what I'm noticing on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of content creators. Let me rewind. My relationship with beauty on YouTube, I was never really on YouTube just to watch beauty. I watch so much more outside of beauty content, I guess. For me, I love makeup. I love playing with makeup. When new makeup comes out, I want to see how it plays. So I love people who make those reviews, those first impressions and whatnot, or 3 looks, 1 palette, whatever, that show me how this product plays. And a lot of the time, depending on the content creator, we might have a similar skin tone, skin base, or we like a lot of the same brands, or we like a specific kind of product. We like eyeliners with brush tips, or we like color, or whatever it may be. So there's multiple different categories that what I'm looking for and as far as reviews can fall under. And I don't really subscribe to beauty channels. I am subscribed to Angie, and she is one of my bigger like influences, and she is one of the like few content creators that I consistently watch her content as it comes out, even if it's for products that like I'm not personally interested in or would ever buy or was thinking about buying. Has she influenced some of my choices? Yes, but nothing that I'm like, oh, I'm so embarrassed that I like bought this product. Like, what a waste of money. For the most part, I can trust that if she's vouching for something, like she's vouching for something. But that being said, I only mention that because I'm going to include Angie in this category of beauty content. But what I'm noticing a lot is that beauty content has kind of become a more is more kind of thing. Like the brand new stuff, like the first impressions and things like that are and I understand that like maybe this is the content that gets the most views. But is it? Because I see a lot in comments like across the board from different content creators, from my graduating class to like Angie's graduating class, like in her peers. I see across the board of people mentioning and leaving comments of like, hey, can you do like a full face of like your favorites, or like can you go back to this palette, or you know, just shop your stash kind of things, those kind of videos. And I don't know if this is just a reflection of like the economic state of America or like the world or whatever, or maybe people are like myself and we're just kind of growing bored of the consuming of makeup. For me, I was never attracted to the large collections, like whole like bedrooms, extra rooms in the house being full of makeup. Like I look at my makeup collection and I'm even just a little bit embarrassed about how much I have. And I don't think, I mean, I am going to be filming like a my collection and a declutter video coming up shortly. So I mean, you'll see everything that I have, but I mean, I maybe have like 5 foundation-esque kind of products that I can think of off the top of my head. And there are people who have like whole Alex drawers full of face foundation product. I know that like the bigger the content creator you are, like Angie, you get a lot of PR on top of like what you do buy. And sometimes with the PR, they'll send you like multiple shades or like the whole collection. And like, obviously if you're like a light to medium, like you're not going to be wearing those light shades or those like deeper shades, you know, but I don't know. Anyway, and for me to see that kind of like consumption of makeup is just a little like off-putting. And I don't know, I guess I know that this is like people's jobs, obviously not mine. This is very much like a hobby. I don't have any sponsored links or anything like that. I don't get paid to make content. I just do it because I enjoy making content. But I understand like someone like Angie, you know, that is her job, is to create this kind of content and to play with makeup. But a lot of it just kind of feels like TV infomercial kind of thing. Like I know that like when someone posts a new impression or first impression or like 3 looks on palette, it's to sell me a product. And I guess that's the point of being an influencer, is to influence someone's decision to purchase something. But then a lot of these content creators are like, oh, I love playing with makeup. Makeup is fun for me. It's like an artistic release. It's just like, I like to get done up, whatever. I'm not saying you need to be like a beautiful, colorful clown to use makeup as like an artistic tool. You can just do like a smoky brown eye or like whatever more work appropriate kind of makeup and it still be artistic. You don't have to do a whole cyberpunk look, you know? But I don't know, so I see comments like, hey, do a shop your stash or like make these kind of videos or whatever. And there's some content creators that have even spoken out about like how they're doing low buys. They're maybe not trying to buy as much makeup. They may have moved into a smaller space and so they don't really have the extra bedroom to have a whole makeup collection kind of thing. Or, you know, maybe they've also kind of spoken about how like they don't want to do like first impressions. They would like to use up a lot of their more favorite items. And I think beauty YouTube can be one of a few things. It can be like the influencer, like shop network, but it could also be a community for those who like enjoy makeup, love playing with makeup. Maybe like, you know, you like a specific brand and you find a content creator that likes that same brand, but you just want to see maybe what other products would they suggest, you know, like what are some 5 blushes that they like or whatever. And I know that there are content creators that make those videos, but I just see, and again, this could just be something that like the YouTube algorithm is just suggesting to me because like I don't really subscribe to beauty content, but a lot of it is just like first impressions, brand new, what I just bought, hauls and whatever. And so I say all of this to kind of, I think I'm phasing out of makeup content. I think, speaking of new makeup, I am using the new Give Beauty, what is this called? Over Pout to Get Real Overlining Lip Pencil in the shade Do Whatever. And I'm using the new Give Gloss in Sweet Tooth. I don't know how much I love this shade. It's supposed to be more of like the peachier nude. I don't know if it really flatters me. I don't know. I don't know how much I like it. I like the lip liner. Really, I do. It's one of my favorite shades. I've been using it a lot. The tip is a little bit different. It's kind of similar to the eyebrow pencil. It's not a traditional like lip pencil. But I don't know how I feel about the gloss. Maybe I'll swap it out for one of the more pinky leaning ones. If you care, it is more of like a traditional gloss where it is kind of sticky tacky kind of thing. It even smells like an old like 90s lip gloss. It's not that it's bad, but it's just like nostalgic for those of you that know. I really enjoy the lip liner. I've wear the lip liner with a bunch of different products. I just don't know how I feel about this gloss. It could just be with my eye look, but I mean, I like to do a more dramatic eye with like a nude lip, but maybe I lean towards a more like pinkier, rosier nude. Anyway, that's it for like first impressions, new makeup products. But I don't mind making, again, I don't mind making content about like, hey, I just went to Sephora, you know, and I picked up some new things, you know. I think there are other things that I want to talk about and other kind of, I don't know, other kind of content that I want to make. Like, and I know I've said this in my last video that I'm not really going to talk about ideas that I have planned on camera, because then when it doesn't happen, it's just like, oh, but you said this was going to happen, and then it doesn't, and then it's just like, ooh, beginner YouTuber here. I really enjoy making my Ami hauls, and I love the people that like reach out to me who like find those videos and like they either tweet at me or they DM me on Instagram, and you know, they're showing me pictures of their collection and things like that. I like that. And I love talking to other people about makeup. Maybe, you know, it's like, hey, like I really like this brand, I think you might like it too. Or like, I know you like to do this kind of eye look, but you know, have you maybe played with doing like this kind of tutorial? Things like that. I think I want to stem away from the like buying of makeup to make content. And I think full circle, I think that's what I'm starting to see, is that there's people who want to make content on YouTube and then they get stuck in this hole, and this could just be like a recurring thing that has been happening since like the beginning of like Jaclyn Hill's rise on YouTube, where like people want to make YouTube their thing and then they buy new makeup thinking like, oh, if I keep doing this, these are the popular videos, I will make it. I will get, you know, big on YouTube. But then when I start to see is a lot of the girls who were making content around the time that I was making content, they're either not making content anymore, and they've said that on their channel, or they've abandoned their channel completely. And I understand life happens, especially going from like a pandemic lockdown, you know, where we were all home and it was so much easier to make content, to going back to like your 9 to 5 and maybe you weren't necessarily working 9 to 5 and your shift is just kind of all over the place. I've had jobs like that, so I understand that like if you don't have consistency, it's kind of hard to make content. And I don't know, I think a lot of people were just buying things to fill a void, and then they couldn't keep up with that anymore, and that's that. So I don't know, I don't want to say that like I'm completely done with making beauty content. I just think I'm gonna stem away from the like will I buy it, or like the advertising of product. I just want to talk about the things that I like to talk about. I want to go back to making my casual cosplays. I want to go back to playing with the things that are in my collection, because I think, I don't know, a lot of the things that I have are still readily available. I mean, I would obviously let you know like if something wasn't available, but here's the thing about like monochromatic palettes. For example, today I used the BH Pistachio palette. It's just a green monochromatic palette. ColourPop has so many of these. Beauty Bay has a whole bunch of new monochromatic palettes. Monochromatic palettes are still around. People are still selling them. You can find them for every color in the rainbow. So I'm not worried about it, you know, like I'm sure you can find a dupe or find your thing. So maybe that's just how I'm going to start leaning into making beauty content, is just like, hey, if you don't have this palette, that's fine. Just use any green monochromatic palette that you have. Mine will be the Pistachio palette. So I don't know. I think that's where I'm going to end this video before it gets like too long. I just I feel like I've already repeated myself a number of times. But I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. When you watch beauty content, what are some trends that maybe you are noticing? Have you like unsubscribed to a lot of the beauty content creators, or just stopped watching them in general? I see a lot of people just saying that their relationship with makeup is like so different now. They don't do like full face makeup and like whatever. So what changes have you had personally, or things that maybe you've noticed across the board? And also, I don't know, because like this is my channel, does this nude peachy lip gloss like do anything for me? Should I swap it? Should I return it to Sephora and swap it out with something else? Because I like the formula and I love the gloss itself. I don't know how I feel about this shade. I don't. As I look at myself. Anyway, it was nice hanging out, and if you liked hanging out with me today and you would like to see where I go with my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to see you guys again, and my comments are always open, so don't be afraid to, I don't know, a lot of people reach out to me on Twitter and on Instagram, and maybe because like I'm always on there, but you guys can always leave comments down below. I reply back to all of them. I'm not a big content creator. It's very easy to get in touch with me, I guess. But I don't know. It was nice hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.